I was introduced to Ashtanga yoga about over 20 years ago. I learned very traditional Ashtanga. I learned about the 9 limbs. We did invocation before we would practice. Bandhalaks and drishti were very important in the practice. And so I had to learn how to do bandhalaks, drishtis, Ujjayi breathing. And I still will use those in any practice that I do today. I was really happy for that disciplined, introduction.
At that time, there was no yoga teacher training. Practitioners that taught were very deep in their practice. They had 20 plus years of experience. They made frequent trips to India. We practiced on rugs, and there wasn't leggings or any type of yoga attire either. Years later, I moved to a larger city, and I went to a different type of yoga studio. And it was a literal dream come true. I dreamt about this yoga studio owner when I was 16, in a dream that I had soon after I was released from a hospital stay where I almost died. It was a dream I had over a course of 3 days. It kept on being continued. In this dream, I met a woman with long, straight, dark hair, and she wore a parrot on her shoulder. And she was my guide for the 3 days in the dream. So I moved to a larger city. When I first walked into this yoga studio, the woman who greeted me had long dark hair and a parrot on her shoulder, and I knew I was supposed to be there. At this studio, I was introduced to different types of flows, to candlelight or music and veganism, different types and styles of yoga practice. One day in class, I was in Shavasana and I saw the instructor's hands with my eyes closed through my third eye. I saw her thumbprint as an electric purple thumbprint. And I asked her about it, and she said it's the chakra system. And I didn't know what she was talking about, so she sent me to this Ayurvedic practitioner. She was also a Reiki master, and I had my first energetic session. And as her hands went down my body, I saw them in my third eye as like handprints at the back of my eyelids change color as she went down my body. I was describing it to her throughout the session. And when the session was done, she took me on as a student. The things I saw and experienced working with energy in that environment changed me for the rest of my life. Not only did she teach me how to take care of my very neurodivergent brain, she normalized what I experienced with it, like my dreams.